Before we jump into today's video, I do just want to say that yes, Shadowgun Wargames did launch today, and yes, I was going to do a first impressions video of it. I have downloaded it, I've played a couple of rounds, I've got some good thoughts on it so far, and what I want to see going forward and what my plan with the game going forward is going to be. I came off the game for a few minutes, I went to jump back in, and every time I load it up now, I'm getting this network error. So unfortunately, Shadowgun Wargames, my first impressions video, is on the way. I will be covering this game. Thank you to everyone who's already said, really looking forward to seeing your thoughts on it. 100% I am going to be doing a thought piece video on this one coming very, very soon, just as soon as I can get into the game. Ahoy there, Captain Benzie here, coming at you with a first impressions video for Pirate Code. Now, those of you who do follow me on Twitter may have already seen me posting up a couple of screenshots here and there, but I wanted to sit down and have an actual chat with you guys about what this game's about and if it's worth your time. Now, before we sail right into this one, do please let me know if you're enjoying my content by hitting a like on the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Do let me know what content you'd like to see, suggest other games you'd like me to give a go and have a try out and then do a little mini review of, either in the comment section down below or by coming and finding me on one of the different social media channels linked across the bottom of the screen now. Right, all that said and done, let's have a look at Pirate Code. Now, Pirate Code is quite a cutesy looking little game. It's kind of an arena shooter, I suppose you could call it, akin to things like World of Warships or War Robots and all that kind of stuff, but obviously based on some quite cartoony pirates. Now, the first thing I will say about this game that really did quite intrigue me is that you actually get rewards just for sitting here on the main menu screen. As your ships are sailing round, you do get little enemies appear. You'll have seen they were shooting at a pirate ship earlier, and the Kraken here appears, and this pops up out of the water, and the ships in your little fleet will just shoot at that. When it's killed, you do actually get little rewards just for sitting on the menu screen. Like, there we are, couple of gems. That's... I've never seen a game do that before, and immediately I do have to praise Pirate Code for that. Now, graphically, I'm super impressed with the water graphics. I love the sort of cartoony, very simplistic, minimal, clean style to the graphics here. Certainly, if we have a look at some of the different ships as well, you'll see that they kind of all follow that theme. When you start the game, you start off in a Viking, which is this little doohickey here. Standard 4 cannons, 2 each side, little Viking longboat. As the game progresses, you go up to things like the Orc or the Obsidian, which I'm currently having a lot of fun in. The Triangle is like your rank 2 once you hit Silver League, and then the Gemini and the Treasure, the Dragon, the Clark. There's just some really cool ones. I can't wait to finally get to the Flying Dutchman. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I know it's only like a CGI render, but just, my goodness, this thing looks gorgeous. And just some really cool looking ships here. Now, who knows, maybe one day I will manage to unlock all of those. Oh, and there we are, some coins for shooting probably some pirates. Oh, and some blueprint stuff. Now, basically, the way the game works is that you go into battle, you fight matches against other players, which can be things like domination or like gem grab and all that kind of thing. Typical sort of arena game modes, I suppose. As with all other games of this type, you do have quests that obviously, as you complete those quests, you earn rewards along the top tracker here. Eventually, you do get other crates and that. You can watch ads for extra gems and things. Crates do take a little bit of time to open, as you can see on the left side, but at least there's no energy system in this game. You can just keep playing games as long as you like, and you'll still earn chests. Just obviously, once those chest slots are full, any games you play and win, you won't earn further chests. Of course, there's a decent variety of ships there, different types of like battleships, cruisers, your fast movers. These themselves have different types, like here you can see the Viking on the top left is a torpedo boat, whereas the Obsidian here is a big torpedo boat. It fires multiple waves of torpedoes, and the Orc is a crossbow bolt, which has its own sort of unique playstyle. I think there's fireball ones later on as well. As you go through the game, you unlock different cutesy-looking captains. You start off with Blackbeard, who gives you like a shield ability, and Merlin allows you to shoot like a frost attack at people and freeze their ships in place. Catalina, haven't unlocked her yet, but again, you can see they all have these different different abilities. Like Cook here, James Cook, appears to have a healing ability. Later on, you things Haddock and his Turret. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I'm pretty certain that's supposed to be Turret, unless I'm missing a joke here. Billy the Kid, Usher, who's like a Viking woman, Hattori Hanzo, of course. Luna, like a druid, Ramses. You've just got a random little cast of characters there, but do alter how the ships go. And oh, yay, more coins and, oh, some puzzle pieces for the tavern. Of course, you can join fleets. There is what they call the Voyage, which is, as you would expect, a battle pass. It's a mobile game, of course. We have battle passes in absolutely everything these days. There's also a time attack boss mode you can see at the top of the screen here. Finally, a world, which is kind of like... it's a reason to keep playing. Like here, defeat 1 targets by torpedo. It's kind of like, you know, you just do these quests and you'll move forward and then unlock the different islands. You can see there's all these different islands that are in various different shapes of things. Falling Sail Island, Long Boots Island, Pipe Island, Huge Anchor Island. I do love some of the things that the captain says as well. Do not miss the prize. See if he refreshes. Where are the sea monsters? You need more ships to keep safe from danger. It's dangerous being along on the sea. Find yourself a fleet. There was some really funny ones I found of these. Use rocks as you cover. You have enough crew members. You prepare to take on an adventure. Oh, I'm trying to find the one that was about a one-eyed sailor. Yeah, I think I'm going to give up on those. We're not getting anywhere here. Cannon fire from side of ship. I'll be honest, this is going to come across... I think with if you're taking the time to like make a mobile game and you want people to play it and pay money for various different things, I think spending a bit of time to get a proper translation team is always useful, just because it adds that extra layer of professionalism. When you see things like, as we saw there, Torrent, or play game for extra prize, it feels unpolished, and when you see that in a game, to me, that's one of my biggest concerns right out of the bat here with this one. It feels a little unpolished, and because in its writing, and because of that, I'm a little loath to delve too deeply into it just yet. You know, I'm taking my time with this one, digging through. There we are, some new pieces for ships. For the Gemini, the Orc, and the Viking. So yeah, basically what you're seeing there is that as you play the game, and I will show some footage, I do promise, in a moment, you get all extra bits and pieces here. Like you can see for upgrading the Viking, I just need a couple more bits from the Rams, and some more of the cannon details here, which you can go and buy parts if you want to, using gems. When it looks at things like the Orc, I just got myself some Orc Ram parts. That's going to help me upgrade this one as well. And for the ships, like here, if I want to unlock the treasure, you see that I've got all the bits I need for the Ram, and for the armor, I just need crossbow parts and cannon parts just to get those in there as well. Again, these you can't buy straight off. You do have to go into the shop, and you will find that there are bits here, like I can buy the treasure crossbow there for 10,000. Now, if I obviously go back here, you'll see that that's now already there. I just need the cannonballs, which, yeah, I'm not having much luck finding those in the shop yet, but there we are. Anyway, I'm talking a lot about the menus and cool things like that. Let's actually look at the game. Now, the first thing that I do have to say about the game is that I don't know if it's my internet. We're having issues here in Zimbabwe at the moment. Our internet is very up and down and all over the place. Or if it's my latency that I'm so far from the servers, or if it's my home internet itself that's causing a problem. But you'll see now that as I play this, I do get a weak internet warning on every mission I play. It hasn't overly affected the gameplay that much. This is also the longest it's ever taken to find a group. There we go. It's normally very quick. You'll see that I get a weak internet thing, and it doesn't seem to affect it. Netcode seems to be fairly solid. And again, sorry, look at those water graphics. Stop a second and look at those water graphics. That's insanely beautiful, and I just love how that goes alongside the cartoony graphics. But there we are. Internet connection is weak. I am very sorry, folks. If you're watching this video, you are going to see that throughout the entire affair. I cannot find a way to turn it off. I have sat right next to my router. I even plugged in the USB-C connection for a while there. That's Merlin's freeze there, by the way. That's me frozen. Yeah, I've even plugged in a USB-C to router connection there. Fire some torpedoes off, just to see if that made a difference, and it didn't. So I'm assuming that it is just the servers, wherever they are positioned around the world, is so far away. Considering the fact that it's not overly great on the English, again, I don't want to sound elitist there. I don't care if, like, your developers are Korean or American or Portuguese for all it matters. I just think that, if you want people to be spending money on a game, you do need to make sure it's got a level of polish that you're willing to put into it. But yeah, as you can see, as the basic play here is I need to aim at my opponent. I fire my cannons when they're off cooldown. You kind of zoom around a little bit, and I've got my torpedoes, which you aim with a stick. I'm about to be hit by enemy torpedoes. Fire there off. What you're seeing, those explosions there, is actually an enemy ship One of its abilities is that when it's destroyed, it explodes in an area around it, dealing massive damage to everyone. So I'm going to try and sail off to a bit of distance and safety here, and I'm going to use Blackbeard's shield to repair myself. So there is certainly an element of team play in this one. There is certainly an element of, working together, of your different abilities coming together to achieve greater things. I'm going to be honest, the game itself I actually quite enjoy. It's cutesy graphics. The gameplay modes are very simple and, straightforward. How you actually play the game, the controls are very, if you've played World of Warships, you'll kind of know what to expect, but with a slight difference here, in that, as you steer, things are steering much faster. It's kind of World of Warships light. It's kind of, you saw me playing tanks a lot recently on this channel. It reminds me a little bit of sort of if you took World of Warships and then gave it the tanks a lot treatment, I suppose, just made it look a bit more like Brawl Stars or something. Just made the game that little bit more cutesy. I don't want to say kid-friendly, because there are plenty of perfectly good games out there that, get dismissed for being childish, just for their graphics. Put on that repair, because I'm going to hit those torpedoes, full frontal, great fun. And can I get in close to ram, or am I just going to blow this guy out the sea beforehand? No, I'm just going to blow him out the sea beforehand. Cool. We are losing this match, 17 gems to our 14, but there we go. That's just how life works. See if we can get in on this guy here, who is carrying a whopping 17 gems, did I see? There we are. Now I'm going to blow my torpedoes into this guy's face instead. There you go, and hopefully that's him sunk, and some more gems for our team, 18 to 20. And I'm frozen. Great fun. Shoot this guy down. Oof. Things getting pretty rough here. Sail in and do some ram damage instead. That's always fun. We like ramming people. It's a very pirate thing to do. I mean, come on. Of course I had to check this game out. Captain Benzie. I'm obsessed with pirates anyway, so give me any game where the name Captain makes sense, and of course I want to try it out and give it a go. And that blasted freeze, that's going to cost me in a second. Taking so much damage here. See if I can hit this mixer with my torps. Can we? Oh, I'm so low on health. I really need something to... torpedoes. Really need something to sort this out. Let's get a ram through here. I'm the biggest ship. Yeah, boy. 30 gems to us. I think we are winning this one now, but now that I've said that, watch me sink and drop all the gems I'm carrying. You see what I mean? It's a very simplistic game. There's nothing overly too special to this one. It definitely lacks a little bit of polish. I'm not going to, lie about that. I'm not going to try and pretty it up. It lacks a bit of polish. That means I don't want to invest too much in it now. I definitely don't feel like I'm ready to drop money into this one. I definitely don't feel that I want to spend too much time, but it's just a little kill time on the sides. This is great fun, and it's kind of worth just downloading, installing, and having a little bit of fun with there. Like here, I can watch ads, of course, to get extra stuff as well, but they're just cool-looking ships. It's a beautiful-looking game, and it's surprisingly fun to play. My biggest problems with it, as I said, is just a little bit of lack of polish on the front of the... Oh, hello. It's going to try and give me a tutorial now. Yep, great. We can start adding crew to my ships. That's pretty cool there. I'm just going to skip through this and read all of this later, because I didn't want this in my video. Thank you. Thank you, game, for doing that whole hand-holding forced tutorial thing that I utterly detest as well. But there we go. There we go. That's just how games tend to be these days. But anyway, so as I was saying, now that I've got all the features unlocked, it's a great fun little game. It's gorgeous looking little graphics. I really like the artistic direction on this one. It's a lot of fun to play, but the lack of polish just kind of leads me to have a little bit of trepidation when it comes to spending any decent amount of time on it, and certainly on spending money on it just yet. I mean, heck, you might dive into this one a bit deeper and find actually this is something you really do enjoy, that it's something that ticks all of the boxes that you want, that kind of thing. It's... I don't know. I think this is very much one that you're going to kind of have to dig yourself. Am I going to be playing a whole ton of this and making content for it? Probably not. Am I going to keep it on my phone and just jump into it from time to time because I fancy blowing things up with a cutesy looking pirate ship? Yeah, I am. And so I suppose that's kind of my review here. Download it. play it from time to time, but I don't expect many people are going to invest heavily into this one. Anyway, if you are playing Pirates Code, or if you do fancy coming and joining, I have set up a fleet, as I usually do. Don't expect to see me here too much, but if you do, come look for Cat Skull as a fleet. I can add you to it next time I'm online and I see it there. If you are playing it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If it looks like your kind of thing, give it a quick whirl, give it a try out, see what you think of the game, then come back and let me know your thoughts as well. I'd be interested to hear. As I said, I'm enjoying it, but I'm not about to dedicate my life to this one. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed. Happy sailing, and see you on the high seas.